Welcome, coaches. Thank you for taking the time to build a page on our new district website. We have a variety of other training videos available if you have more questions, but I made this condensed crash course that includes the relevant information for coaches. If you still have questions, please email me at webmaster@upperadams.org or watch the other videos on our teacher website. In this video, I'm going to show you how to log into the site, fill in some basic information, arrange your pages, and allow others to edit your site. To start off, I'm going to have you go to upperadams.schoolwires.net. Note there is no http:// or www. It's just going to be just like this. I'm going to have you sign in. If a username has been provided for you, then you need to use that. If one hasn't been provided for you, you can register for one here. So I'm just going to enter my information here and then click sign in. Now once you sign in, if you have any editing rights, you'll have this button here that says Site Manager. If you just created an account by registering, you won't have this, and you'll need to either contact your head coach or me at webmaster@upperadams.org, and we'll make sure that you have the Site Manager button. One thing that's really important to note is that this is our incubation site. What that means is that our actual school webpage is not going to look like this when it's finished. This is just a temporary site where we put our information, and then once we have our finished product, we just transfer the information from this incubation site over to our actual site. But I'm going to go back to the Site Manager. And this is what's called the back end of the website. This is the part that people don't see, but this is where we are able to edit all of the content on our website. Over here on the left-hand side, if you have more than one thing to be able to edit, you'll notice that you'll have several channels. Maybe you have several sports, maybe you are a teacher, so you have a teacher page and a sport, so you can navigate between them. You can see that we're in the wrestling section here, and below you'll see a series of present pages. You can use the new page button to create a new page if you'd like to do that, but we tried to set up the pages you'll need right up front. If I click on the page, it will open and you can see how the page is set up. Also, I want to point out that you can always come up here to view website, and when I click that, it will show me exactly what my page looks like. Right now, obviously it's blank because I haven't filled in any of my content. So I'm going to close this. And as I mentioned, this is a breakdown of what my page is going to look like. The page is made up of features called apps. Each app has a different function, and you can use them for a variety of purposes. The most basic type of app is a flex editor. I'm going to click it to enter. Here you can type in information just like in any word processing program. If you can use OpenOffice or Microsoft Word, you can do this. So here I might type a quick opening for the page. If I would like to, I can also add a picture by clicking on the picture and uploading an image from my computer. And I can add a link to another site by clicking on the chain. And when I click on that, you can see I can link to somewhere within the site. I can provide my email address. I can link to another web address, etc. If you're into website design, you can also design it by clicking the HTML, and this will give you the code, but if you're not familiar with that, you can keep it in normal mode. I'm going to click Save, and now I'm going to go out and view my website. Now you can see my information has showed up on the web page. Back on the back end of the site, I want to show you that I also have options, and I can make the title appear above my app. So if I'm going to click this so that it shows the name, and maybe I say welcome. This will be the title of my app, and I'm going to save it and view the website. There's my title, and there's my message. Now, as I mentioned, there's a variety of apps that you can choose from. I'm going to go back to the home page. You can see this was the Flex Editor app, and like I mentioned, that was just your basic, almost like a word processor. And over here I have what's called the Announcement app. So if I click on this app, I can add a new announcement. And I'll say, here you can see I filled in the title and also a little bit of information about what it is. I could once again also add my pictures and things like that. Just one more quick note. If I only leave it like this title is not going to show up on my announcements. So I might also put it up here. I can say how long I want it to display. Maybe I want it to start on this Monday and I want to take it off on Friday. And now this is only going to display during those days. So that way I don't have to keep going back and editing my announcements. It will automatically take that off. I can also set the viewers if I only want certain people to be able to view that app. The only way they'll be able to see it is if they log in and they take a look. I'm going to click Save. I'm also going to edit my options. I'm going to say I want the name on the top of it again. Remember? And I might say wrestling announcement. And then I'm going to click Save again. And I'm going to add a few more of these just so you can get an idea of what that might look like. So now I've got these different announcements. I'm going to click View Website. And when I come out here, you can see that I have all of these different announcements and the people can look and they can see all the upcoming events. Now I want to show you how easy it is to move this stuff around the page. So I'm going to go back into the back end of the website, go back to the home page. You'll notice that I have another app here that didn't show up on the website, and that's because there's nothing in this one. The app will only show up if I actually have content in it. If I want to move an app, I'm going to go into Manage Apps and Layouts. You'll see that there's now a dotted line, so I know I'm in this editing phase. I can click and drag, and I can just move that announcements there. If I say I'm done, and I come out to the front of the website, you'll see that my announcements are now listed underneath. So anything that I want to move, it's as easy as clicking, dragging, and dropping, and then you can just move your page that way. Now I want to show you, if you're under the Manage Apps, remember this is where I was able to move around my apps. I can also go in and add a different app. And here you can see there's a bunch of different apps as you go through. So this is the Flex Editor app that you saw. You can create an article library of different resources. You can make a calendar. There's actually a page already dedicated. Most of these are pretty self-explanatory as you're going through. But I wanted to make you aware that all it takes to put a new app on is to click it. And usually you want to make a new name for it and save it. And there you go. So now I have this new app and I can go in and add content. If I say I'm done, I can click on that and go in and add my content just like I did for all of these other apps. The next thing I want to show you is the About Coach. So I'm going to go back to the main page by clicking on this section. I'm going to click on About the Coaches and it will show me the layout again. If there's only one app on a page, what you might see is that it takes you straight into editing the app like this. But to get back, all you have to do is click the About and you'll be back at this page. The About the Coach is really a nice feature because it fills in all of your information. It makes it really easy to make your own short biography. So here I might say, put in my name. So there is my information. If you click Browse, you can upload an image from your computer to use as a photo. So I click Browse. And I'm just going to use our school logo because I don't have a picture of myself on there. Go ahead and click Continue and Insert Image. So now I have all my basic information in. I click Details. I put in whatever my email is and click Save. Now I'm going to go back out and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Here it takes me back out to the main page when I clicked it. So this is my overall, remember this is the home page, this is what we just edited before. I just made the changes under About the Coaches. And here you can see that I have my name, my biography, and you can fill that in as much as you'd like. This would be my picture, and right here is all of my information. So once again, this makes it really nice because you don't have to go in and format all of this stuff and move it around. You just plug it straight into the app and you're able to see it. I'm going to click the X. Let's go back and look at the main page of this. This is still my About the Coaches. And you can see I've added several different apps right on top of each other. So if I have an assistant coach, go in, I can do the same thing. And now I've filled in all of my information and all my details too. I'm going to go and view the website, and you can see that when I go to About Coaches, they're stacked right on top of each other. So here was Coach 1, here would be Coach 2. Now you also have the option, if you don't want to do this, you can go back to the main section, and here I might make a new page, make it an About the Teacher page, click Save, and there I've just made a new page. That page is already going to have an About the Teacher app because I made it an About the Teacher page, and when I click on it to go edit it, it just opens straight up to the app and I could fill this in. I'm not going to take the time to do that. I'm actually going to go back out. But I made this page here, and let me make one more because I want to show you something else that you could do. Instead of having all of your coaches on that one page, maybe what you want to do is just talk about your coaches on this one page. Then make individual coach pages underneath it. And if I click on Organize Pages, you can see that I can click and move these around. If I put it where there's a green line, that means I'm just moving where it is in the stack. If I click and hold, and I drag it so there's this green plus sign and drop it underneath, what that means is that they'll be stacked underneath. So I'm going to click Save, and then I'll show you what this looks like out on the site. Here you can see I'm on the main page. Here was my main page, and then over here on the left-hand navigation bar, here's the About Coaches. If I click on this plus sign, then it's going to drop down. It's going to give me Coach 1, and I can go view Coach 1, Coach 2, and I can organize my pages that way. So that's just another way that you can go about doing this. And it's also important to know that because if you want to add any additional pages, you can just put them in and organize them that way. One last thing I want to demonstrate is how to allow other people to edit your page. Coaches, this is especially helpful because if you want to delegate this responsibility out to somebody else, they'll be able to go in and edit and add and take off any of the information that you need. So maybe you'll have an assistant coach, a parent, a student, someone along those lines keeping up with the web page, and you can assign this ability to them. All you need to do is go to your section, click on Editors and Viewers, and then add a person. So for me, I would say Assign Viewer, maybe just find this person, I search for them, select, and add. If I want to get rid of a person, I just click Remove. So now all 4 of these people can come onto this page, edit and change things. And if I don't want them on there, I just click Remove, and they're gone. If your assistant coaches or your students or your parents want access to the website, they're going to have to make an account, and then once they tell you, you just have to come in and do this. You can also direct them to this tutorial video, and this will give them a brief overview, so you don't have to spend the time training them, which is nice. So that's basically it for this overview. I encourage you to go back and look at the other videos about the calendar, how to share apps, about the mini base, because those will provide you with excellent tools for building your sites. You'll be able to make a practice schedule and a game schedule. You'll be able to make team rosters. You can do all that kind of stuff. And those are all different things that you can do with different styles of apps. Once again, if you have any questions, please contact me at webmaster@upperadams.org, and I'd be happy to help you in any way that I can. Until then, enjoy building your new webpage.